So I'm working on something a little different here today, and I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see it. But it's my camper that I travel with for work, and I'm gonna stop and get the camera flipped. So it's a 2015 or 2017 outdoors RV. Very well made camper. I've used it way more than they're ever intended to be used, and that's kind of what I got going on here today. So all these travel trailers and RVs are designed with you taking it out a couple weekends a year, maybe say half a dozen weekends, 100 miles. I put 15 to 20,000 miles on this camper a year traveling for work. And these shackle plates are 1/8 inch, and you can see how wallowed out the holes get in them. I had one break 2 years ago, and with the balancer arm thingy there, one shackle will snap, it throws all the load onto the other one, and it caused that tire to blow. And so this side of my camper, the tire blows, it shreds the skirting, all the gas lines for the furnace are down there, it ripped them out, ripped out a bunch of wiring for this side, all shit I gotta fix on the road, huge pain in the ass. So now I'm replacing them. I noticed movement in them. If you got a camper, I carry a temperature gun and shoot the bearings all the time, make sure they're not heating up, and just every time I stop for fuel, observe. And you probably can't see it very good here. Maybe you can see him laying under there, but this shackle has a bunch of play in it, and I believe it was one back on that other side where I've already replaced one of them that has very visible, it's stretching, and you can see how close that bolt's getting to breaking through the top. I just tried to block it out of my mind on my last trip home and slow down, and so there's not much I can do when they break on the road other than search for parts. I've lucked out last time it broke in a little tiny town in South Dakota, and one of the guys at the tire shop there, and I believe it was Velva, went and got me a shackle. He had some from a trailer he had junked out, a utility trailer or something. So here's the solution to it, and it's not that hard to see. That plate compared to that one. And these are made by MORryde. They're greasable, they got bronze bushings, way heavier. These have plastic bushings in the springs, which I don't know why they think that's a good idea, but it's a terrible idea. And like I said, every camper is made like this. They're made cheap, they're made for very little use, never made for the way us that travel for work use them. And so that's the upgrade I'm working on today. It's a lot of two-handed stuff, so I probably won't film a bunch of it, and it's not that interesting. It's just a camper. But it's something to think about if you have a camper yourself, and maybe if it's older or you just use it heavy like I do, traveling long distances all the time. I'm in Idaho and I'm getting ready to leave to Michigan for my next job, and this is one of my preventative maintenance things. I just finished inspecting and repacking all the bearings and replacing the seals and inspecting the brakes, and I usually do all that about every other year just to make sure it's safe and good to go. And there's not much that can be more of a pain in the ass than having an RV broken down on the road. The parts aren't available in the parts stores like the your automotive parts are, and just a pain in the ass. So that's it for now. If I find anything else neat on this one, I'll grab my phone and film it. But for the most part, it's just I don't know, kind of a PSA and let everyone know what I'm working on today. Still here working on the trailer. Here's one of the cheesy plastic bushings that's factory on these. And this is all Dexter axles and suspension. I mean, it's some of the better stuff on the market, and that's what they're using. And then the greasable bolts I'm replacing it with have the bronze bushings. And this is how I'm installing them, is just with one of the old bolts. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get that last one in. So I tried this. Give it a little shot of PB. Use that old bolt so I don't deform it. And beat it into place. Bushing installed. So hopefully this doesn't take me too long, because working on campers ain't very fun. So here's the new shackles installed and greased. The new whatever pin bolts. And this isn't even the worst. The worst one's on the other side, but this is how wallowed out some of these thin plates get. Like I said, I had one snap and it made me blow a tire and it fucked my trailer all up. So I think these will be a good big upgrade, greasable. These are the plastic bushings that came out. Not very cool. I mean, there's one that's intact for the most part, but still, it's fucking junk, man. All right, just over finishing up the other side of the camper. A few things I learned if you're ever putting these, what the hell are they called? MORryde upgraded shackles on a camper of yours is a couple jack stands and just letting the axles hang. Way easier to get everything in and out. And then this is just another example of why I'm doing it. This is the worst one. This is the one I could easily see just doing an inspection that I'm like, oh, that's about to break. And yeah, that's what we were riding on. That's the other plate. And the bolt has notches worn into it pretty deep. Just something to think about. Check out your car trailers, your camper trailers, all your trailers. All right, I'm gonna get this side back together and that'll be it.